my name is Emily and welcome back to another video on Emily XO. Today's video is going to be a very exciting new products review video. They're not new products like brand new, but new to me. I was doing a little bit of shopping and I came across this brand called Hard Candy, which I had never heard of before, but I thought I would pick up a few of their products and try them out for you guys so we can see what we think. So if you are interested in seeing how some of these products work, you are in the right place, so go ahead and keep watching. The first product we have is the Hard Candy Camouflage Foundation. It states that it is an invisible camouflage foundation. I'm just going to go ahead and read a few of the claims on their website. So it says, this skin perfecting fluid contains superfine pigments for seamless full coverage without looking caked on. Infused with kaolin clay for exceptional wear and oil absorption. Skin retains natural moisture for 12 hours of flawless perfection and transfer resistance. It looks like at this moment they only have 9 shades available and only one of them is like a true dark shade, so that's not a really great shade range at all. But I mean, it may be that they're just a smaller company who's still trying to grow. From what I have read, it does seem like they are cruelty free, so that is always a plus. I also wanted to just go ahead and read through what the back of the bottle here says. So it says, a transforming liquid powder foundation that absorbs oil, camouflages imperfections, and delivers a long-lasting velvet finish. The skin perfecting fluid contains superfine pigments for seamless full coverage without looking caked on. And then pairs perfectly with our Camouflage concealers for extra covering power. I did actually pick up the Camouflage concealer as well. What I thought was really interesting about this is it comes with the liquid, but then here is also a concealer pencil, which I guess is supposed to help hide tattoos. I do actually have a tattoo on the side of my calf, so I think I might try that out as well, just to see how well it actually covers up. Hi guys! I don't like it when I lock them out while filming. The next product I got to show you guys is this here. It is an iridescent pearl highlighter. It actually comes in a pretty big container here. But I just thought it was super pretty, and I do really like iridescent highlighters, so I thought we could try this as well. And the last item I got, which I'm super excited about, this is the Hard Candy Glow All the Way blush. Look at that. It is an ombre blush. It was super pretty. I could not resist picking this one up. So we are going to start by applying the foundation. This is the shade Fair, which it was the third darkest shade. It's a little bit hard to swatch drugstore foundations, so I don't know how well this is actually going to match my skin. It looks like it could be a little dark. But the other one also looked incredibly light. So we're going to give this one a try. Alright, so this is the foundation. It just comes with a plastic bottle with a plastic cap. Overall, it's not super like eye-catching or anything like that. It's pretty standard packaging. And it comes with a plastic pump here. It also comes with 1.1 fluid ounces, so that's a pretty standard amount of foundation to get in drugstore foundations. So we are going to go ahead and apply this with a dampened beauty sponge. So I'm just going to start by pumping some onto my hand here. I'm going to start with about that much. See where that gets me. Alright, so overall first impression, this doesn't seem super full coverage. I would say this is more maybe like medium coverage. But like you can see, I've still got a couple freckles here. There's still some kind of redness coming through here. But it could also be that this is a new sponge, so it's soaking a lot of it up as well. So, you know, we'll keep going in with that. I did go in with another pump here. has a really odd smell to it as well. It's almost like paint, which is a little concerning to say the least. Also, I did forget to mention, I had already washed, moisturized, and primed my face. For primer, I used just the standard one I use. It's the NYX Photo Loving Primer. Break out this mirror here. So overall, shade-wise, I think it actually matches pretty well. It looks about the same as the normal foundation that I use. But yeah, I definitely wouldn't say this is full coverage. Although I do have a couple spots of acne that seem to be covering pretty decently. Yeah, like it did cover up. I had a spot right here, some spots on my chin, so that's not bad. But for me, if it's claiming to be full coverage, like it should cover up like the freckles and stuff like that, which it's definitely not. Overall, I would say it's blending in pretty nicely. Although it is looking a little dry. But it does say that it's a liquid to powder, so that it is a little bit understandable. So overall, first layer, not looking too bad. I'm just going to bring it back here so you guys can see a little bit better. Didn't quite blend in there as well, so I'm going to go back in with the sponge on that. Overall, not too bad. I wouldn't say it's like amazing, but as far as foundations go, it's not too bad. I am going to go in with a second layer just to see if it is buildable at all. Alright, so it is building. However, I also feel like with the building, it's looking cakier. And it could also be, you know, because I have dry skin, I don't have oily skin. The other thing I didn't mention, it did state that it dries to a velvet matte finish. Which I am not getting that impression here. I'm getting just like a straight up matte foundation feel, or a matte finish. But it does blend well. But yeah, I definitely feel it's way cakey now that I've done a second layer. And right here, I don't know what it is. Ooh. Right here, I just cannot get that to blend into the crease of my nose. And now, actually, it's trying to like take away a bunch of stuff here. So yeah, I don't know. There's just something right here that I can't get into that. Get into the crease of my nose there. I'm not loving how it looks on my nose in general. I'm really picky about how foundations sit on my nose. And this one is kind of sitting odd. They always end up looking very cakey and dry around my nose, and they don't blend out as smooth as I would like them to, and this is definitely doing that as well. So I'm actually going to take you guys out to what little bit of natural light we have left, just so I can show you how it's looking in natural light. Alright, so this is a little more natural lighting. So as you guys can see, it's just not really blending as well around my nose as I would like it to. Overall though, it did blend out smoothly. I do feel like it looks cakey, but overall it's not the worst foundation ever. So let's go back in and we will try out some of the other products. So overall, not loving the foundation, not hating it exactly. It's not bad, but it is pretty thick, pretty cakey. Like I said, probably about medium coverage. Now it could also be, I did moisturize and prime, but maybe I should have gone with a more intense moisturizer just to help really lock in that hydration before trying out this foundation. It does say it's supposed to be up to 12 hours of coverage. It's currently 4 o'clock, so I'm not going to be able to wear it for 12 hours, but I will be wearing it till about 9 or 10 o'clock just to see how it does wear throughout the day, and I'll check back with you guys on that so we can see how that's working out. So let's go ahead and move into the concealer. Alright, so this is the Glamouflage concealer. This is in the shade Ultra Light. I did go a little bit lighter on the concealer versus foundation, but I think that'll be a good match. So on this half of my face, I'm going to use my little sponge, and on this half, I'm going to use a concealer brush just to see how they compare, see if it blends out with either better. Oh, okay. So it's just a little squeeze tube. I'm just gonna kind of, oh goodness. So just kind of first impression, it's very thick. Like going on, it feels very thick. Let's see how it blends out. Not blending out super easily. So it's not blending out super easily, but let's see if we can just kind of go in and kind of clean this up. That is looking really bad. It's definitely like lighter than the foundation. I was trying to go about a half step lighter just to kind of brighten up and highlight the area, but it is not blending well at all. I don't know if you guys can tell, but it's super, here, let me bring this back a little bit. Super duper patchy. Like it just won't blend in. I'm gonna try smoothing with my finger to see if that kind of helps. No, that's still not really, like it's at least a little less patchy, but it looks super duper texturized. I don't know if it's because I got too light of a shade or what, but that's just looking a little rough. We're gonna try and just kind of, this one is supposed to be, you know, like the camouflage as well, super intense coverage, dark circles, everything. I've definitely still got some fine lines under there, and you can still see my dark circles, so definitely not a full coverage concealer. I'm just gonna try and clean this up a little bit. Alright, so going in with my larger beauty blender and kind of blending some foundation back on top of it seems to have helped a little bit. But let's go ahead and we'll try the brush on this side. Normally I do my concealer with the sponge. That's my kind of preferred method of doing it. Okay, this side is also looking super patchy, super not blending well, so I'm going to try and just clean it up with my finger and the larger sponge again. Overall, I do not like this concealer. I think it's And like I said, the coloring could be a little bit just because I was trying to go half a shade lighter. It's harder because you can't swatch drugstore stuff. So I had no way of really knowing, because I feel like it's coming out a lot lighter than what it shows in the packaging. We're going to try and blend this out a little bit. Alright, so I'm going to give that kind of a thumbs down. I will say I don't think it covered that well. I think it covered as well as any concealer would. For something that's claiming to, you know, completely cover dark circles and, you know, be camouflage, cover everything. To claim it's going to cover tattoos, I have a really hard time believing that when it won't even cover up my dark circles. You definitely can still see them. I also really don't like the application method on this. I definitely prefer my concealers to have some sort of wand brush in them, or even if it had like a felt, you know, like brush tip on here that I could apply, that'd be better. But just this long tube really was not working for me. I'm a little curious about this concealer pencil here. See, I mean, it definitely does have a nice skin tone to it and blends fairly nicely, actually. Since it is a pencil, I definitely wouldn't want to use that under my under eyes. That'd be way too rough. But like I said, I definitely will try this out and see if it does cover up my tattoo. The more I look at everything, the more just like patchy and cakey it looks. I'm really not enjoying this look. But nonetheless, we're going to move on to blush. I'm still really excited for this. So I'm going to take this as a little bit large for blush. However, my blush brush is dirty, so I'm going to do this one here. I'm just going to start by swirling that around in there. Oh wow. So the pink is definitely super pigmented. And it's definitely got a lot of sheen to it as well. Trying to just kind of blend this out. Yeah, it definitely acts as like a blush and a highlighter all in one, and it's pretty pink. Let's bring you guys back here a little bit so you can see kind of the Barbie down this. Though I do really like how it hits the cheekbones as a highlighter as well. But we're going to try and blend this out a little bit since that's a little more intense than I was going for. So upon blending it out, I will say it's a really pretty color. I do like the pink a lot. It's kind of hard. I think I should have gone in with a smaller brush to maybe get a better balance of like the pinks and kind of this goldish highlight here. But overall, I do like it. I think it's very nice, very soft. We'll just kind of, yeah, so it's very pretty, very iridescent. You'd be able to skip highlighter for sure if you were just going in with this, since that adds so much sheen already. However, I did buy a highlighter, so we're gonna try the highlighter. Alright, so since my cheeks are already pretty glowy, I'm probably not gonna be able to tell super well on there, so we're gonna go in top of the forehead. Yeah, not too bad actually. Although it is giving very white cast, like it's almost like showing up white on my skin, which I'm not super loving. Just gonna blend it out a little bit. When in doubt, blend it out. I'm going to apply just a little bit on my cheekbones here. Yeah, see, it's almost almost got like a white tint to it, which is like, I've used other iridescent highlighters before that don't give me almost a white base. So I'm not enjoying that aspect of it. Also, it's not as soft as I wanted it to be, but we're going to swatch this here for you as well. Yeah, if you guys can see that, it's like, it's leaving almost like a definite white streak on my hand. And my other iridescent highlighter that I have definitely doesn't leave that kind of streak. So I'm not loving that part. My nose almost feels like it has a white tip. Alright, so that is all the hard candy products that I wanted to try for you guys today. Overall, I think the blush is my favorite. The foundation isn't bad. It is a little thick, a little bit cakey. I think next time I might try a more intense moisturizer before I go in, and also might try mixing it with something a little bit more hydrating. Like I have my Shea Moisture Serum foundation, and I'd be interested in seeing how adding just a little bit of that might help lighten this one up a little bit and make it less cakey. The concealer was horrible. It did not blend well. It was super thick. Overall, just did not like it. I don't know if the shade was off, but I feel like even if the shade was a little bit closer, it still just wasn't blending well or anything like that. Blush did turn out super pretty. I did like that one. The highlighter isn't bad as far as highlighters go. It works. It does give me a glow. But like I said, I feel like there's just that white undertone that I'm not enjoying about it. But overall, I enjoyed trying these products. I wouldn't really recommend them. The foundation might be better for people with oily skin who need something a little more thick and mattifying. So if that is you, I wouldn't say it's a complete miss. I also forgot to mention prices for everything. So for the foundation, this one was $7. The concealer was $6. The highlighter was $6, and the blush was $3.50. So I mean, overall, for your money's worth, it's not horrible, except for the concealer. I still really don't like that. I am going to finish up the rest of my makeup, and then I'll just kind of check back in with you guys. Alright guys, I am back. So for eyes, for my liner, it's just the Ulta Gel Cream Pencil Liner. And then their mascara is the Voluptuous Volume. It's in this orange tube here. That's also by Ulta. And then for shadow, I went in with the Makeup Revolution Affirmation Palette and the ColourPop I Think I Love You palette. In the ColourPop, I used this shade here. And then lips, this is the Revlon Ultra HD Matte Lip Color in the color Embrace. So like I said, I will be keeping this foundation and concealer and everything on for about 5 hours. And I'll let you guys know just how I'm feeling about it. I'm also going to show you guys a clip real quick, just some other lighting so you can get another view of how everything's looking together. So my natural light is pretty much gone. As you guys can see, it's pretty dark out there. But I am in my living room with my lamp here, which is usually some pretty decent lighting. So my pores do still look pretty texturized. Like I said, nothing is blending in well anywhere here. But overall, meh. It's not the worst foundation I've ever tried. Definitely not a new favorite of mine though. But I will be checking back in with you guys in a little bit just to see how it's kind of worn throughout the day. So I have had the foundation on for about 2.5 hours now. So I just want to give you guys a little update. It's rubbed off a whole bunch down here after I ate dinner. And I'm still getting a lot of like creasing and patching around the nose area, which I really don't like. And everything's still kind of like patchy and creasing under the under eyes here. So yeah, overall not great. Not really loving how this is looking. The blush also seems to have kind of subsided, but the highlighter still looks nice. But like I said, it does kind of emphasize texture, which I'm not overly fond of. So yeah, that's just kind of a little update on where we're at with all this. Alright, so it's 9 o'clock, final check-in. It's still pretty much the same as when I checked in around 7.
She looked beautiful.
Alright, so it's still like smeared and creasing and like cakey and everything, so overall not fond of it, but like I said, I might try it with other mixtures and everything and see how that goes. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up. Leave a comment down below on your thoughts of all of these products and if you've tried anything else by Hard Candy. And I think that's about it. So enjoy the rest of your day and I will see you guys all soon. Bye!